Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we are going to do a few portfolio reviews. So a few days back, I posted on my social media accounts whether if someone wants to get their portfolio reviewed on the channel. And boy oh boy, I received more than 100 portfolio links. So thank you so much for sending in your awesome portfolios. Obviously, I cannot review all of them in this video. So I'll be reviewing a few of them, but I'll create more videos and I'll review all of them one by one. So don't worry if your portfolio is not picked up in this video. I'll be picking them up in the later series of these videos. And I think this is also a good time to follow me on my social accounts so that you can get updated whenever I post a video and whenever I post such sort of review videos. So that being said, let's get started. So before we start the video, let me clarify one simple thing, that this video is not for humiliating anyone. This is just my honest opinion, this raw honest opinion about your portfolios, my first glance, my first impressions. I've been hiring UX designers for quite some time, and this is what we look when we hire UX designers. So that's my honest opinion, don't take it in the wrong way. And yeah, let's get started. So the first portfolio we have is from Anushka Priya. Hi Anushka, hello. And as I can see from the profile, it says UX designer, communication designer, student NIFT. Okay, great. So I immediately know that you are a UX designer, and you're also doing communication design. So that's perfectly fine. Now, the first impression that I'm getting from your projects here is that it sort of looks like a mixed bag. I also see some branding work, I see some UX work. So in the first impression, the first go, I'm not really clear what you are targeting. So if you are sending this portfolio out for UX design, I would highly recommend you not to put other works there which is not related to UX, because this just confuses the hiring manager or the hiring person, because they've been looking a lot other portfolios as well, so they don't have much time. So I think you should just remove the clutter. If it's for UX design, just put the UX work directly. Okay, that's out of the way. The first project that you have added, okay, I think this is doing you more harm than good. I'll tell you why. This is a little bit cheeky, at least from my taste. This is good if you want to send it out, but don't put it as a project, because this is not a project. And 9 reasons why you should hire me as a product intern. That's great that you should put it as a post, but this is not a project technically, so you don't put it up here. This also makes you look a little bit more desperate than doing you any good than this, right? So no matter how many of these letters you put on your project, I'm not gonna read it, because it's definitely not gonna help me in your hiring process. What I'm gonna look into is your projects. If the projects are good, I'm definitely gonna hire it. So save this one for like sending in an email or a post. Don't put it in your portfolio. This is just very off-putting. Let's quickly look into your second project, which is UX case study, online marketplace for creatives. Okay, so here's the project. And I like the thumbnail, I like the overall description of the project that you have written, the quick brief, what you have done as what was your role, tools, that's perfectly fine. I like the thumbnail as well. Project brief, great, you have mentioned everything. The design planning and the roadmap, this is quite I would say this is a very generic thing. Even if you don't put it up, it doesn't matter. So I would highly recommend you not to put this design process, because you will find this everywhere and everyone knows that this is the same design process for everything. Project roadmap also doesn't make sense. Is this something that was really executed, or if you just put it up something like that? Not helping you. Usually product roadmaps are not this linear. So don't put this up, it's just eating up your precious space. About the project, here's why. So I gave a bit of a reading before starting this video. And the overall structure is perfectly fine, what you have put up in this case study. The only thing that I felt lacking was you have not concluded your section. So let's say this section or maybe this section in insights from the non-profit project Shilp Mela, you should not put up this much text. You should just break it down and create a summary of this particular section. So always try to create summaries of the section that you're putting. The second thing that I felt lacking in this entire presentation was a visual storyline. So you should put up, or you should build up a storyline. Okay, so this was the problem this is where we started, this is where we started talking to other folks, this is what we get, the real problem was, this is how we started doing the ideation, and this is the final design that we came up through. So try to build up a storyline or a narration in a very small quick bites. Also put up the summaries of each section, so it's very easy for me to scan. So that's the thing that I felt is missing from your case study. And okay, this other things are perfectly fine. This user flow seems to me like really non-functional. I mean, this is not helping me anyway understand anything. I look at the visual design. I think you lack certain things in the visual design. First of all, the use of 3D icons with this sort of UI style is not just matching well. I also see a lot of problems in the UI itself, contrast issues, colors. If you see icon padding, spacing in between, right? Here we don't have any padding, here we have some padding. So overall I feel that there is some scope of improving, especially the typography, the overall padding. Use guides and grids to create your layouts. That will make it even better. And other than that, I think this was a perfectly fine case study. I would just recommend you to put up more numbers here. What are the data that you are tracking, and how will you make sure that this is successful or not successful? So I think that will be my recommendation to you. Improve on the UI bit. That's the final thing as well. I see the typography, the font size really small in some cases. The use of this 3D icons that you have used is not just going well here. So just figure out those things, and I think this is a perfectly good case study. So thumbs up for that. Great. So the next portfolio is from Sejal Agarwal. Hello Sejal, hi. So Sejal, the first look, I absolutely love the overall simple, clean layout. It's very immediately evident to me that you are a visual designer, and you have clearly in a very crisp format mentioned everything about you. And I also love that your projects are visible upfront, so I don't have to scroll. So thumbs up for this layout, and also thumbs up for using these GIFs. I really like them. Only one suggestion. For example, this entire thing should be clickable rather than just see more. So make sure that the entire thing is clickable. The entire thumbnail is clickable. Okay. Let's see your first project. Okay. So again, the overall portfolio, this case study format, I love it. You have a very nice thumbnail. Perfect. You have mentioned the scope of project, sector, and the date. Very important when this was done. So August 2021, perfect. Now you have explained everything really well. I have gone through this, you explained it really well. And you have used the graphics, you have explained, and you have mentioned everything. A very nice crisp format that you have used in the overall thing. The thing that I felt could be improved here is sectioning. So I think a lot of text was crunched in between the sections. So for example, here and here, and if a person is just scanning, he will just miss out on the main things. So what I will recommend you to do is to create a storyline, as I said in my previous section as well, that you should create a visual storyline. You should explain what was the brief, what was the approach. Let's say you have already done those two things, but then also explain everything in a very storytelling manner. You should explain, okay, why did you started doing this? What was the conclusion? Why this color? Why this logo, right? All those things that you have mentioned here. Why this typography, why chose this particular sort of layout, right, in presentation. So you should explain that thing in a really storytelling manner, segmented, crystal clear sections, and with a very simple summary of those sections. So that will make things easier for us to scan. By the way, I love the overall thing. Not sure if you have done this UI as well, the UI that I'm seeing right now. If it's done by you, then this has definitely scope for improvement. Usually for text and everything else, you should always use black, not purple that you have used here. Also, I see a lot of contrast issues here, and typography hierarchy is missing in a lot of cases. So if this UI is also done by you, then I would recommend you to work on your mobile and website UIs, because I can definitely see issues with contrast, colors, color theory, typography especially. Okay. So it's not very aligned, as well as I mean, it could be improved a bit as well. So if the UI is done by you, I would highly recommend you to start practicing more on the mobile UIs and website UIs. But other than that, terrific work. I really love the overall structure of your portfolio. Okay, so the third portfolio that we have is from Bridget Schuyler. I hope I am pronouncing your name correct. So Bridget, good structure I would say first, but there's definitely things that you can do well. First of all, you have written that you're a UX UI designer. That's perfectly fine, but I would highly recommend you to add a little bit about yourself here in this first page itself, so that I don't have to click the about section and go and read about you. So just add a little bit about yourself just below this section. If possible, you can also add an image of yourself. That just adds a little bit more to the personal touch. Second thing is this navigation. On this pink you have this sort of navigation which is not much readable. There's not much of a contrast, so I would recommend you to just go simple black and white in those navigational thing, or maybe put up in the right, which is the usual place where people put up the navigation. This big section that just says work is not helping you at all. I would just make this work as a small heading and then push everything up so that I can just quickly see your projects immediately. It'll be also great if you can mention that if you're just starting out in design, so that will just help my expectation according to your portfolio. Okay, now let's quickly look into your projects. I would like to see your second project, I guess. Okay, so My Daily Nosh, mobile app for grocery ordering service. Okay, great. You have the overview, nice. You have the problem statement, you have the role, you have the scope. So I think structure wise you have put up everything that is required. Now I'm very finicky in a few things. So for example, you have used overview here. It's a center aligned text, but then again the text here is center aligned. Here the text is left aligned. So I would recommend you to just put everything left aligned. That's just much more readable. Make sure that there is enough contrast between the typographies and between the headings. So the problem, this should be a bigger heading than this. So it should have a better contrast than the paragraphs. Second is user research. I would highly recommend you to put bigger pictures and higher quality pictures. This is not readable at all. I have to click and check it out. So, but I would recommend you just put up a bigger picture altogether so that I just don't have to click. Wireframes, not doing enough justice I think in my case, because I hardly can see anything in the wireframes. A/B testing, great thing. You have put up A/B testing. People usually miss out A/B testing, and I'm very happy to see that you have done A/B testing here, and you mentioned the A/B testing things here. Okay, usability testing, again a great thumbs up. And you have done mood boarding, before and after, great. Accessibility, great. Again the same thing, you should put up bigger photographs here so that I don't have to click and check it out. Even if after clicking I'm just seeing a very small cutout of this entire screen. So just make sure that you put a big screen so that I can just check out your UI design altogether. Link to prototype, it'd be good if you can just embed it here. Otherwise people usually don't click to the links that take them outside of your site. I think you can definitely improve on the UI front. There's a lot of things that you can do in terms of usability, in terms of colors, in terms of typography. I can see there's definitely improvement that is required in the UI side, but overall I'll give it a thumbs up for this entire case study. I mean, you have put up everything in a great structure. I would just recommend you to just put up sections and explain some summaries after the sections. So that will just make it even better. But Bridget, kudos, great work that you have done here. Okay, I'll only review one, so let's move on to the next portfolio. So the next portfolio is by Reet Kukreja. Hi Reet, hello. Once I start scrolling, I just see an animation, quite a bit of scrolling, and I just see Reet Kukreja, UX designer. Okay Reet, so good animation, but it's useless on this website, on your website, because it's not giving me any information. It just says I am Reet Kukreja. That I already know. Your website URL is with me. I know your name is Reet, but this prime real estate should be used for doing more things. You only have 7 seconds to grab a user's attention or viewer's attention. So don't waste it on this animation. Good animation, but useless here. Even after so much of scrolling, I just get to know that you're a UX designer. You should explain a little bit more about yourself. Now let's see, you have recent work. Okay, let's click on your recent work. Okay, so it just opens a Webflow website. Now I'm really confused. Have you developed this website or have you just designed this website? It's not really clear to me what you have done. And even if you have designed and developed this website, I was expecting to see a case study. Why and what is this website is all about? What you have put up here? What was the design thinking process, right? Not just a website link. So never put a website link. That's just really off-putting. I think the second case is also the same thing. Here again, I'm not really sure if you have designed this or you have coded this. I would like to see a proper case study where you've explained your design choices, why you have done this, why something was done like that. So overall, Reet, if this portfolio comes into this will be rejected. So really sorry, should improve on this portfolio. Okay, let's move on to the next portfolio. Okay, so the next portfolio is by Jishnu, and Jishnu is a product designer at Tickertape. Hello Jishnu, welcome. I think I'm really impressed. It's very simple, very clear, very minimal. I'm immediately understanding what you do as a design. I mean, what you do, who you are, what you do, and where you are working at. I would just recommend if you can just move these projects a little bit up so that I can see the projects immediately. You have used this much of a real estate to put up this thumbnail. But I like the overall structure of this thumbnail. You have a proper thumbnail of the project. You also have the project name. You have what the project brief is, what's the domain of that project, and a little bit more about that project here, and then a link to know more. So I really like this structure. You have, without even clicking without even investing time to click, I immediately know what project it is and should I click on it or not. So that's really great. That's really great that you have put up this sort of structure. I really like it. Let's look at your first project. So your first project, the problem, okay, your role, perfect, solutioning, okay, great. One thing is that never jump into solutioning first. You should always, again, as I said, you should always build a storyline. What was the problem? How did you deduce the problem? What did you figure out from that problem? And then how did you try to solve that problem? So that entire process should be there in this one. You should not jump into solution in the first go. So that's a no-no. But anyway, let's go into details. The other thing is I would recommend you to make these images a little bit bigger because they are not clickable and I can hardly see anything into it. Okay, so make sure that these things are bigger. Typically research is before you do the solutioning. So I would recommend you to put up research even before that. Competitive analysis done, perfect. You can highlight it in a better format, in a crisp format. This is just too much to read. Information architecture, perfect. Wireframing, okay, great. Now the UI design, okay. And the interaction document, final thoughts. Okay, so I think you just try to crunch a lot of things in between this. Again, as I said, I'm not going to click here and go to another page to look into this into details. It'll be great if you can just put up a few things here upfront as a summary so that I can immediately understand what you have done, so that I don't have to click and go back to another site. Your designs are good. I would recommend to put all the designs here. I'm not sure why you have put a Figma link. If they are on the mobile, if a viewer is on the mobile, this is not going to open well on the phone. So I would highly recommend you to just put everything here. Static screen, perfectly fine, but just put it up here. Overall structure is good. I think you just need to rejig the entire case study, put up more summaries, put up more visual storylining, and this case study will be awesome. So great, Vishnu, I think it's a great work, and I think your other projects are also like that. So great work. It's a thumbs up from my side. Good work. And folks, let's look into our last portfolio. This last portfolio is from Anshul. Hello Anshul, he's a digital designer at Deloitte. Hello Anshul, hi. Anshul, at the first glance, I would highly recommend you to remove this thing, the text that you have added. First of all, just too much things to read to me. It's too much text to read. As a designer, just simplify things, not add this much clutter. Secondly, I think it's doing you more harm than good, because these numbers don't mean anything in UX, because UX is a very subjective field, and this is looking like more, you're trying to be more desperate than anything else. So I would highly recommend you to remove this bit. Just put up simple UX designer with this much of experience in the title on the header. That will be great. If you want to put this, just put this in your resume, but don't put it here. It's too off-putting. Okay, great. Apart from that, let's start with your first project. Designing a health is wealth. Okay, designing a fitness experience app. Immediately, as I said, I'm a really nitpicky guy. Why this is on the right? It should be, the text should be on the left. Why there's a gap? Why these two are in the same font size? I mean, same font weight. If this is a heading, it should be on the left. What is health is wealth? It's just a quote, or is this the mantra for that entire app? Just put this on the left. That will be great. The next thing that I can see is all this jumbled things up. Everything should be properly left aligned. Why the spacing here? I'm just a little bit nitpicky in that things, but you should always put up things in this proper structure, right? So especially the things that are readable. So just put up everything in the left. This process is not helping me any out. It's just a very standard generic process. So I think you can remove this. It's not helping you out. Research. For some reason, this text is looking too pixelated on my device. Even the graphics in 2021, there's no excuse for putting pixelated graphics. I would highly recommend you to put up high quality graphics here, especially for Retina. If you see here also, it's just an image and the graphic quality is pixelated. So just put up a high quality graphic here. The other thing that I feel in the overall thing is that just too much text for me to read. It should be just summarized in a way, proper summarized in a way. Structure wise it's fine, but it should be summarized a little bit better. Again, these images are very, very pixelated. If such a profile comes into it, I would give it a pass. I will not take it forward. So make sure that whatever you are putting here should be really high quality image, because you're putting it on Behance. There is no pricing for the size. It's just a free platform. Put up the high quality images upfront. Visual screens is good. Login, sign up. Again, I'm really nitpicky. All this alignment is just creating panic for me. So just make sure that these alignments are proper. Give proper headings. Why this much spacing between the heading and the paragraph? You make sure that these things should not be there. A very experienced designer should not create these things of these mistakes. And I think you can use a better choice of word here. I also found a few grammatical mistakes, so always make sure that you proofread your portfolio. And overall, I felt everything was good. UI design is nice, but I think the structure of portfolio is what you can improve on. And yeah, if you can do that, this will be a good portfolio. So I think, yeah, that's it. So guys, I think that's it for today's video. These were the portfolios that I chose. I picked them randomly, and these are the portfolios that I chose to review. Don't worry, I'll be picking more portfolios in the upcoming session. As usual, let me know in the comments if you like this sort of video where I review portfolios, and if not, just do the thumbs down. And you should always subscribe to my channel, because I'll be bringing more videos really soon. And yeah, that's it. Take care, goodbye, and I'll see you in my next video.